Hello everyone. It is said that humans descended from monkeys. This evolution is not related to our physique and looks. It is actually related to the functioning of our brain. In our last class, we all discussed about the feelings. We learned that feelings are generated by the exertion of chemicals in our brain. Adrenaline and cortisol is exerted when we encounter fear or threat, and dopamine, oxytocin and serotonin if we encounter opportunity or reward. Dopamine makes us feel good and adrenaline makes us feel tensed, angry and the will to fight back against a threat. We now know that all positive feelings are generated by dopamine, oxytocin and serotonin. They are good for us. But adrenaline and cortisol like chemicals generate bad feeling and make us feel bad. Now you may ask a question. Why can't we totally block the production of adrenaline and cortisol in our brain and always make our brain produce only dopamine and good chemicals? In medical science, why can't we create a drug that will always generate only dopamine in our brain and make us happy and then remove off adrenaline and cortisol? Is it possible? Yes, it is possible. There are many items that we see in our daily life that helps us to generate more dopamine and keep us always happy and feel good. Any item that makes the human happy by creating more dopamine should be treated as a boon to humans, and anyone who produces it should be honored and respected as the person who has helped to keep the humans happy. But do you know? In reality, the people who create, sell and deal with the products that produces dopamine in our brain are considered as criminals in our society. These products are banned substances. Do you know what those substances are? Well, the drugs like Ecstacy, heroin, marijuana and even alcohol generate dopamine and keep our brain in a state of happy and feel good mood. The question is, why can't all humans take this drug, generate dopamine and always be happy with good feelings? Well, this is what we were in our ancestral days when we were monkeys before getting evolved into humans. Monkeys have a brain which generates more of a dopamine and very little amount of adrenaline and cortisol. Not only monkeys, many species in mammals like deer, zebra, giraffe all generate more dopamine, and all those animals remain always in a state of feel good and happy mood. They never get angry or excited. So when a human also removes adrenaline and cortisol and generate only the dopamine, then he will evolve in reverse direction to the state of a monkey. So from humans, we will evolve back into monkeys. And to avoid this, our society has banned all the chemicals that generate excess dopamine. To say in simple words, these chemicals make humans lazy and unproductive. In our third session, we had discussed about the evolution of education system and the story of Druva. Let us now go a little deep into this Druva story. Druva wanted to sit on his father's throne, but when Suruchi told you are not eligible to sit there, Druva's brain went into the threat mode with the release of adrenaline and cortisol. With more cortisol and less adrenaline, Druva accepted that he has no eligibility to sit on the throne and it was his destiny and fate. So in a sad state, he remained with his mother. But when Narada came, he gave Dhruva an option to explore, is there any possibility for him to gain that eligibility? When Narada gave a tough option of an intense penance, it triggered adrenaline in Dhruva, and this chemical has a property in humans which creates a thirst or ambition to acquire something. So when adrenaline runs high in our brain, we feel that something is missing in life and we have to somehow get it or acquire it. Dhruva, through adrenaline, created a thought of happiness he would enjoy in future when he sits on the throne. And now to achieve this happiness, he needs to go through a tough penance. He set the goal for his happiness, and to achieve it, he used adrenaline to drive his willpower. However difficult it may be, he wanted to achieve it. So finally, he did the tough penance, succeeded, won the blessings of Vishnu, and finally the throne. This is the very first instance recorded in humans about ambition. Narada triggered adrenaline in Dhruva, which made him ambitious to get the throne. And so for it, he was ready to do anything ethical. And that drove him to do a great penance. With this instance, humans acquired a special character that was absent in monkeys. And that character is ambition. Ambition is driven by adrenaline. Adrenaline does not exert if you are happy with what you are. It exerts only when you are unhappy with what you are. Then you figure out you need something that is important to make you happy, and then you set your goal to get that thing, and this is what we call as ambition. For example, you have a Maruti 800 car and you are happy with it. Then you have dopamine in your brain and you remain as what you are. You never grow. One day you see a Mahindra XUV 700 and now you feel that I am missing it in my life. So this feeling immediately triggers cortisol and adrenaline from the brain. Now from our thought process, if we think that I can get that Mahindra and will do any hard work to acquire it, then that will create a flush of adrenaline in us, and that adrenaline then pushes us to work hard and grow. For example, you are just a primary school teacher with a Maruti 800 car. Now you see Mahindra SUV 700 and you want to get it. Your ambition for Mahindra SUV 700 makes you not settle with what you are, but try to develop yourself with new knowledge and new skill. So that from a primary school teacher, you can be a professor in a reputed college with PhD. This ambition is driven by the chemical adrenaline. And so, if we miss adrenaline in life, we will miss growth. Now, taking the above example, say as a primary school teacher, you decide, I will do masters first and then my PhD. Now comes the question, how to do it? Well, you need to get prepared for some entrance test, and that needs you to study and work hard. So you decide that from tomorrow, every day after coming from the school, I will sit from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. every day and start to prepare for my entrance and postgraduate degree. So now once you decide it, make a plan and you go to sleep. Next morning, you wake up, you go to school, attend classes, and you come back at 4 p.m., take some rest. And now when it becomes 6 p.m., you had planned to start your preparation for post-graduation. But when the time becomes 6, and when we try to get up and study, now in our mind, we have a rational decision maker which says, let us start. But at that time, we will encounter a monkey sitting in my brain. And this monkey is called as instant gratification monkey. What does this monkey do? We evolved from the monkey. So we have a few qualities of it still remaining in us. And one of them is this instant gratification monkey. So what it does is, it feels that we have a few TV serials from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. and some reality shows on TV, which you were seeing from many days. And today, if we start our preparation, we are going to miss it. So this instant gratification monkey removes our Mahindra SUV 700 ambition from our brain and keeps in front of us the immediate happiness we will enjoy by seeing the TV serials and reality shows. So this monkey tells us you have time till to start your studies. So today, just skip your hard work and enjoy the serials. So we then postpone our plan to start it from the next day and we will sit down to watch the TV. So we had planned to do something to achieve a long-term goal. But our short-term pleasure of a TV serial or a reality show made us dump that long-term goal and enjoy this short-term pleasure. This state, which exists in every human, is what we call in English as procrastination. And in our ancient Indian knowledge system, we call this as Yaapana. What is Yaapana or procrastination? It is our instant gratification monkey sitting inside our head, which tells us to enjoy the instant pleasure and postpone our plans to the coming days. In learning, procrastination or Yaapana is experienced by every learner. We intend to delay or postpone our work due to our interference with this instant gratification monkey. As a teacher, we should teach our students all the skill needed to fight this devil Yaapana or procrastination. The only way we can defeat this devil Yaapana or remove our instant gratification monkey is by training our brain with some special thought process we need to follow. We need a special weapon to destroy this demon and to control our instant gratification monkey. And this special weapon that we need is called dreams. Dreams is not something that we see when we sleep, but this dream is all about the imaginary world that we build in our thoughts that never lets us sleep. We should first train our children to start to develop the skill of building dreams in their thoughts. Let us start this with a simple process or an example now. You are given a mango every day to your family. So every day you bring it home and you make 4 pieces out of the mango and all will get a small bit of it every day. This is what we call as instant gratification. It gives instant pleasure, but you are not happy with the small quantity of mango you ate. So now you decide that instead of eating 1 mango every day, we will store the mango in a refrigerator for 7 days. And on Saturday evening, we will now have 7 mangoes. And we will crush that mango, create a few glasses of mango juice or a fruit salad, and we'll have a grand fruit party on Saturday. So once you decide this, now every day your temptation to eat the mango will be overcome by our thoughts about the happiness you are going to enjoy on Saturday night fruit party. So this thought crushes our instant gratification monkey, and so every day we save a mango in refrigerator, and finally on Saturday we enjoy a stomach full of mangoes. Similar to the above example, we have to first dream about a happy moment. Children, instead of blindly studying every day, we should encourage them to set a goal or a dream and put a roadmap to that dream. A small part of that roadmap will be getting a good score in that current class. Now, before you start the class, give every student an empty marks card. You ask the student to fill it first with how much marks they want to score in each subject in their test or exam. Once the children fill this mark sheet, ask them to paste this marks card in their study room in front of their table. Ask the children about how they would feel when they have scored those marks, how proud your parents would be, and all those celebrations. Ask them to dream that celebrations they will have when they get those marks in the exam. Let him dream and ask them to mark that dream into that marks card. So whenever they see that marks card, the dream has to be triggered. Now after dreaming and setting the marks in their marks, then ask them to prepare a timetable about how much they have to study every day to achieve those marks. Make a plan. So now students decide that to achieve it, every day I will, according to the plan, study for 4 hours. Now, actually when the student sits to study, this instant gratification monkey comes in and tells the student that missing study one day will not make much difference. So skip your studies today, take a break, watch some TV shows or Facebook feeds, go and play. Now when your instant gratification monkey suggests this to your mind, immediately show your mind the image of the mascot with the set marks in your brain. Trigger the dream and the celebrations you will have once you achieve it. This will now help you overcome that monkey and then sit down and follow your study plan. There is one top secret about how this instant gratification monkey which is disturbing you can be controlled. This monkey will be powerful only in the starting phase of any of our job, especially when you are thinking of starting something like starting to study or starting to go for a job. Then this monkey becomes powerful in those thoughts. So don't think anything, just blindly go and sit and just start to study, or blindly go and start the job. When this instant gratification monkey tells your mind that don't study today or don't go for job, you just convince your mind saying that I'm not going to study, but I'm just going to open the book, or I'm not going to go for a job, but I will just wear the shoes and see. So like this, you just fool the mind. Now once you open the book, now tell your mind, okay, I have just opened it. Because just I have opened, I will just study 5 minutes and I will stop it. Or you can say that just because I have wore the shoes, I will just run 50 steps and I will come back. I won't go for half an hour, 5,000 steps run. I will just run 50 steps and I will come back. So like this, study for 5 minutes. And once that 5 minutes study is over, you tell the mind again, okay. So now I have studied 5 minutes. Let me go for another 5 minutes. Or when you are doing the job, just say, I have completed 50 steps. So I will just try another just 50 steps. If I get bored, I will just come back. So in this way, break your 4 hour study into 5 minutes bits and your 5,000 steps run into 50 steps, and just keep fooling your brain saying, I will run just the next 50 steps, or I will just study the next 5 minutes. So this way, when you keep on fooling your instant gratification monkey every day, one day this monkey will get very angry and it will decide not to come and disturb you again. So dreams and chunking your task into small pieces are the only 2 ways or the 2 weapons you have to destroy or fight this demon, Yaapana, or procrastination. To set these dreams and ambitions, now your brain needs adrenaline. It has to be triggered, unfortunately, by making your mind unhappy with what we are now. Wait. All the way till our last class, we only told teachers to make children feel good and happy about what they are today. And now suddenly we are asking you to make them think they are unhappy. Well, with respect to what God has given to the child should be happy, and we have to create a feel-good factor about his land, about his country, about his parents, and the things that has God given to him. But when it comes to child's individual growth and performance, it should always dream big and should always be unhappy with what he is today. That unhappiness should be followed by a goal that needs to be reached to make him happy. So now this unhappiness triggers adrenaline in the child, and he is now going to use it to fulfill his dream by following his routine timetable and avoiding procrastination or Yaapana. How to set your dreams and goals will be discussed in detail in our 9th Drishtam section, and how to divide or chunk our work to small pieces will be discussed in our 12th Vibhajan section. and further tricks and techniques about how to beat and kill this demon procrastination, or how to control your instant gratification monkey, will be discussed in our last techniques Kushalata section. As of now, what we need to know is, although dopamine chemicals keeps us good and happy, it does not allow us to grow. So we need to trigger our adrenaline through our thought process and make it set an ambition, dream or goal. We need to visualize this dream and keep it in front of our eyes, and using this ambition or dream, we can fight our demon procrastination or Yaapana. This completes our short discussion about procrastination or Yaapana. We will discuss about another most important concept, that is memory or smriti, in our next session. Thank you.